Hello, thank you for being here. My name's Victoria. You're probably here because you want to find a little bit more calm in your everyday life. You want to know how to be able to stop feeling lost and take back control of your emotions, to stop overreacting to things that you feel like you shouldn't be overreacting to. Or perhaps you get feelings of anxiety and sometimes they just completely take over and you want to know how to be able to bring yourself back down to that calm state. When we have anxiety, it is normally the future. Depression is living in the past. Anxiety is living in the future, and we have to try to learn to live in the present. I like to describe anxiety and anxious thoughts as a tree. So if you imagine a tree and it's got its leaves blowing and the wind starts to blow, the leaves start to flap. This is us with our thoughts. Well, they're out of control. We don't really know what direction they're going to go in. They're just whirling around and causing absolute chaos. The closer we get into the branches of the tree, the more stability we have. They might still be rocking a little bit, but a little bit less movement until eventually we can come down to the root of the tree. Until eventually we can come down into the roots where there'll be no movement at all. And that is us. So if we can take our thoughts and take our feelings that are whirling around and just bring them down and bring ourselves back down into our heart and ground ourselves down into the floor, we can start to find a little bit of calm. So what can you do to try and be able to get that calm in your everyday life? There's a few steps that I like to call these 5-step method. The first thing is, if you feel yourself having that sign of anxiety, or perhaps something's just happened and you can feel yourself overreact to it, or you have overreacted to it, what can you do? You can take a deep breath and just place your hand or both hands on your heart, and then as you exhale, feel your chest collapse. And then you're going to go again. You're going to take a deep breath in. Feel your hands raise, and then as you exhale, feel your hands collapse down. One more time, inhale. Feel that chest raise, and then as you exhale, feel that chest fall down. I want you to find 5 things that you can see. So just looking around wherever you are now and count 5 things that you can see. Then I want you to look for 4 things that you can hear. So 4 things that are in your instant surroundings that you can hear. Then I want you to find 3 things that you could touch. 3 things that you can just touch instantly. Might be the chair, might be the floor, might be yourself. Then I want you to find 2 things that you can smell. Perhaps there's something in your surroundings that you can smell, and just find 2 things that you can smell. Even if you can't smell them, imagine what they would smell like just by looking at them. And then I want you to say 1 kind word to yourself. I am loved. I am safe. You can say more than 1, but just say at least 1. Then I want you to feel your feet where they touch the floor. Feel all your toes, each one starting at your little toe, working your way in. Feel yourself grounded and say to yourself, I am grounded. While you continue to feel that sensation of your feet touching the floor, say to yourself, I am safe. While you can still feel your feet touching the floor, I am loved. And you can repeat those affirmations as many times as you want, but what we're trying to do there is completely stop those thoughts whirling around in your body. So you're going to take your hands on your heart and take those breaths. Then you're going to do 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, 1 kind word to yourself. Feel your feet where they touch the floor, feel yourself grounded down into the earth, and repeat the affirmations. I am grounded, I am safe, I am loved. If you just follow those 5 steps, you will feel instant calm. Now, this is a practice that you could do first thing in the morning when you wake up. Just this small practice, it will only take a few minutes. You could do it before you go to bed, or you can do it absolutely any time during the day. You could be sat at your desk, you could be sat in the waiting room at the doctor's. Wherever you are, you can look for 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, and keep going through that. When we feel sense of anxiety, we can reach for a distraction. So that might be looking at your mobile phone. It might be running off with different thoughts. And that's what this practice does. This practice brings you back down into your body and brings you into the here and now and reminds you that you are safe, you are loved, you are grounded. I'd love to know if you do this and how you find it. And if you have any questions at all. Anxiety, I've suffered with anxiety and I still do, and I can promise you that if you just try to follow these steps, you're going to find instant calm. And just remember them throughout your day. At any time when you feel a wave of emotion coming over you, go through those 5 things. Hands on your heart, take a deep breath, and then find those 5 things. I really hope this works for you, and I'd love to know how you got on.